Afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. I gotta say, I love this new camera. It's an Insta360 Go 3, and I'm not sponsored by these people, but excellent video quality, excellent sound quality, so good that somebody accused me of yelling when I was shooting a video the other day in the Tacoma over on the Tundra Mission channel. That's right, I renamed the channel. It used to be RobMotive JT, now it's called Tundra Mission, because I'm on a mission with that truck. But anyway, this camera is so awesome. I can actually tell it to begin and end when it comes to recording by saying STOP and START recording. I can't say it because if I do, the camera will, quit. So anyway, not what I wanted to talk about today. Out here cruising around, and I was thinking about the 2024 Tacoma, the upcoming redesigned, remodel, redo, hopefully improved Toyota Tacoma, and three things that would stop me from buying it. I have to have the truck. I mean, I want the truck. I'm jonesing for the truck, the hybrid version. I'm waiting for the Trail Hunter. That's what I want. But there are three things that would stop me from buying it. Number one, of course, is going to be price. I mean, the pockets are not bottomless, right? There is a limit. There is a limit as to what I'm willing to spend for this new truck, because if it gets too high, then it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? I mean, you can buy a lot of different things out there when you start to get into $60,000, $70,000. I don't expect the truck to be that much. Matter of fact, I expect it to be in the probably mid to upper 40s. That's my expectation. If that truck breaks the $50,000 range, then it's probably going to have to wait. It's probably going to have to wait until the pricing comes down and becomes more reasonable, because it just doesn't make sense to do that. The other part of pricing, of course, will be aftermarket additions, dealer markups. I refuse to pay them. I did it once a long time ago, kick myself for it every time I think about it, and that was on a Honda Civic Type R. Back when they first came out, I had to have one. I paid $5,000 for the privilege of buying that car. How stupid was that? I did okay when I traded it off, but I certainly didn't make back that $5,000. Honestly, was one of the dumbest things I've ever done. And I highly recommend, I mean, unless you're a gazillionaire and, money is like toilet paper, don't do it. Don't spend the extra money. The pricing will come down. It will level out. And if enough of us don't pay these aftermarket crazy additions, the dealerships won't do it anymore because they won't be able to sell any trucks. So don't do it. So that's number one, pricing concerns. Number two has got to be the appearance of the truck. I'm a big aesthetics guy anyway. I have to fall in love with the vehicle that I'm buying. If I don't love it, I'm not really interested in it. And of course, all we've really seen, except for those lucky few that have run into one out there in the wild somewhere at a show or something, are pictures and videos online. We don't really know what this truck is going to look like in the 3D world, right? In the real world. In other words, to be able to walk around it, see it from all the different angles, see it from your own perspective. There are trucks out there that I just don't care for. They just don't look good to me. It's why I haven't bought some of them. In addition to quality, and I'm just not interested, but it has to look good, and it has to look good on the inside as well. I mean, let's face it, most of the time I would think that you're interacting with your truck is going to be while you're sitting inside of it. So if it's nasty, or things aren't where they're supposed to be, ergonomically it's not right, those are other things that are going to play in for me. I don't want something that I don't like just for the sake of buying the latest and greatest thing. It's not going to happen for me. I have to experience it. And one of the, I guess, side benefits to me waiting for the hybrid version is that there is going to be, or are going to be, Toyota Tacomas that come to the lots eventually. I don't think you're going to be able to put your hands on one right away unless you put money down for it and maybe pay that extra aftermarket adjustment. But nonetheless, sooner or later, before the hybrids come out, we're going to be able to go to the lots and actually see the truck. That's something that I'm really looking forward to do, because that's when I'll decide whether or not it's something that I'm going to get. Again, it is what I want. Lastly is going to be the way that it feels, the way that it rides. You know, if you have to crawl into it, it's a really tiny entry space, that's not going to be good. It's not something that I expect to happen. If anything, I expect there to be a bit more headroom inside this truck. I expect it to be a little bit taller. And if you look at the back, where the roofline is, it looks like Toyota has extended the roofline up a little bit. So I don't think that's going to be any issue. The seating quality, the seating comfort, I mean, it has to feel good. You know, I don't want a truck that feels like I'm riding around on plywood covered by cloth. I've had vehicles like that before, way back in the day. Hondas used to be like that. I remember riding around in a Honda Civic I had, and after a little while, your rear end starts to get a little uncomfortable because they weren't very well padded. They didn't feel good. It felt like you were sitting on plywood with cloth over it. Seating angle. Now, that can be adjusted, of course, with seat jackers and even washers and all kinds of things to get that angle right, but I expect it to feel good from the beginning. You know, in this truck, it kind of, even though it has the 10-way power adjustable seats, it didn't give me good support under my thighs, and I couldn't bring it up high enough to get that. It's like it almost dropped or was pointed down too much in the front. Hopefully, Toyota does not have it that way in this new Tacoma. Otherwise, I think it'll be fine. It'll have the power adjustable seats and all that stuff, so not a big deal. I mentioned ergonomics. Obviously, you want to comfortably be able to reach everything. I don't think that's going to be a problem in the new truck because of this protruding floating screen they have. I think everything's going to be right there. And I am a normally proportioned human, I think. I mean, my arms are not hugely long, but they're not, you know, little short arms either, like the old dinosaurs. So I should be able to reach anything anyway, but you never know until you get in and drive it. And those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. You have to be able to experience it, to see it in the real world, in reality, to know whether or not everything is going to meet what you're looking for, because there would be nothing more disappointing to me, and I did this once in the past, and that would be buying a Tacoma that I just don't like, particularly when I have one that I really love in the third generation. I mean, I could keep this truck and just keep modding it. I don't have to buy a new one, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, kind of run through those things a bit. I'm curious to know what you're looking for. When you first experienced the new Toyota Tacoma, what are the things that are going to catch your eye right away? What are you going to focus on? Leave a comment, let me know. I'd just be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.